Hey everyone, in this video we'll learn about composite functions from looking at a graph. And as you can see right here to the left, we have the function f of x drawn in orange on this graph. And on the right side, we have this function g of x drawn in blue on this graph. So what we want to do is, let's say we wanted to find f of g of 2. We wanted to evaluate f of g of 2, and as you can see, this is a composite function evaluated at x equals 2. So how do we do that just by looking at the graph without these functions formulas? So what we're going to do first is, the first thing we're going to do is find g of 2. So let's look for g of 2 right inside of this composite function on the inner function. So g of 2, if we take a look at over here, g of x, we could see right here g of 2, so where x equals 2, it meets at this point right here on the graph, and the y-coordinate is 3. So therefore, g of 2 equals 3 right here. So g of 2 equals 3. And there we go, we're getting close. So now we know g of 2 is 3, so we can go ahead and replace g of 2 with 3, which comes out to f of 3. And now, what is f of 3? How do we find that? So what we're going to do is take a look at now this function right here, f of x, and we're going to look for 3 on the x-axis, and f of 3 is going to be the y-coordinate that meets on the orange line, the orange function. So the y-coordinate over here is 4, right here, 4. So this means that f of 3 equals 4. So f of 3 is 4. And there we go. That is our answer. So the answer to our original problem, f of g of 2, is 4. And that is how we evaluate composite functions at certain x values by only looking at graphs. And let's go through one more example. Let's say we wanted to find f of, so let's just erase all this. We want to find f of g of 4. So f of g of 4. So what we're going to do, the first thing we're going to do is look for g of 4. So what is g of 4? By looking at the graph g of x right here in blue. Well, as you can see right here, g of 4 is 0 because it meets at this point 4, 0, 4, 0. Therefore, g of 4 equals 0. Perfect. So f of g of 4 equals f of 0. And now what is f of 0? So if we scroll back up to this function, f of x, f of 0 is right here. And this is the origin. So this is the point 0, 0. So f of 0 equals 0. So f of 0 is 0. And there we go. F of g of 4 right here evaluates to 0. And that's how we evaluate these functions at certain inputs. That's how we evaluate composite functions, by looking at the graph of both of their functions that they compose, f of x and g of x. So I hope this video helps, and if you have any questions at all, please leave them down in the comments below, and thank you for watching.